everyone and welcome back to another Magical Moon video. We're up in the top field again with the herd and they're sporting their winter woolies. They're all well, but it's part of our daily checks. We've got to go back down to the yard and get on with some other stuff which we're going to share with you. We've been very busy over on the other channel. We have another channel called At Home with the Moons, and if you want to check out what's been going on there, it's all about the history, about the family and our journey here in France, the history of this beautiful land along with our house. There's some really interesting stuff. We've obviously got more to be getting on with at the yard. There's that reinforcement of Thomas's house and all the other jobs which are just part and parcel of everyday life here. So on that note, we're going to head down. Enjoy the video. So I'm standing where there's been a lot of action. It is on the manure pile, and the addition to the family, Doug, the JCB, is now Toby's new best friend, and he's been busying about her. I don't think we're ever going to be able to, there's not going to be a day when he's not going to be up to something, which is fantastic because it's all those little jobs which we need help with, and it's really moving things along. And I think if I stand here too much longer, I'm going to grow because it is fantastic manure. Takes a while to break down, and we do have different areas, but it all goes back into the land, and that's what it's all about. Many moons ago you might have seen a video where I was standing in the water at the front of the house and we were talking about how we were going to do the drainage, and now with the new digger Doug and Toby in full swing, it's not going to be too long and we can implement that. What that means is we can move on then to being able to do the hard standing area where we're going to do those new developments. It's really exciting. Here we are, we're at the back of Vera and she's got another load on board. And thanks to you guys making it possible to have a vehicle like this, it means we can get pallet loads of stuff, and that's what we need. It saves having all that toing and froing. It really makes things a lot easier. But more importantly, if we need to go and get any building materials, and looking forward, that's what we're going to meet. Well, she's going to be put to good use along with the trailer as well. Some of you might have seen in another previous video when we convoyed it all, because we can get those 5-metre bits of material out the back of the trailer and get stuff in Vera. It's a proper road train. My job now is to get this off and down to the barn and get these into the feed room. Let's do it. So you can see behind me we've got the Poitou princesses, Annabelle and Alice. We have Captain Jack Sparrow, we've got Canto, and of course at the back is the big boy Thomas. And at this time of year, we even with the herds, we supplement what they get. So you can see there's a little bit of grass in these paddocks, but far less than when we were up with the herd. So they get that all year round grazing. We're so fortunate. But if we need to, you might be able to see those patches in the field, that's hay, and they have their feed in the field as well. But it gives them that little bit of opportunity just to stretch their legs, because as the winter closes in, those options get less and less. And we do have those rainy day routines. What that means is while we're mucking out or Jenny's mucking out, I'll take them for walks. We just keep them moving. So they're never just left in or left out. There's a variety, but it's all about moving with the weather and with their needs. One of the very special residents here is the lovely Tintin, and you might see him just poking around the back of the tree. And he was actively retired here along with Nevada, but he's now got a completely different routine than when he first came. He used to go out with Sweet Pea, who he's still friends with, and all the other donkeys and the other animals. But he really loves to free range. And he's like a big dog really, he just gets everywhere. And when we were working in the house the other day, he had his head into the living room. I don't think it's going to be too far, and maybe over this festive period we might even see him inside if we're not careful. But it's lovely to see. He's such a kind soul. He really is the sweetest old boy, but he's got the noisiest bray you've ever heard. It is like a foghorn. And he's always talking to all the other guys, but he just loves getting out and about and just catching up with everyone. One of his most favourite things is being made a fuss of. You can't come in or out of the property in a car or on foot without him coming up to you for a bit of loving. And as you can tell, he's very relaxed. He really pushes into you. He just loves the attention. I'm here with Tiny Tim and Sweet Pea, and today Tiny Tim had another procedure done because he'd actually pulled one of the front shoes off, so Gregory came out. But I wasn't here, so Toby and Jenny took charge along with Greg, and they were doing the manoeuvre. But Sweet Pea was on charge, on fire. She went off and had a hoolie all on her own. I think she enjoyed that little bit of downtime, just a bit of time out away from him, because he is very mischievous. He's just giving me a little love nudge on the arm there. At this time of year we do something called magical moments, and a lot of you have sent them in, and Jenny's going to compile them over this festive period and get them all together and put them in a video, either at the end of the video or as a video of their own, depending on how it works out. But we'll obviously keep you posted. And on that note, we're going to say stay magical, and we'll see you very soon.